Are you a collective, or does one lead?
This. Expect us. Trick.
It's not. There is remorse. No!
Welcome everyone to Dead Talk Live. I'm your host Viz from Walking Dead Now, and please help me in welcoming Sabrina Gennarino to our show. Welcome, Sabrina.
Thank you, Viz. Thanks for having me. Hey, everybody.
And I gotta ask, did that grinding scene hurt?
You know, it smarted a little, but it was stitches. It was fine. I mean, really, no big deal.
Okay, so it wasn't as bad as it looked.
Not even, never is.
Okay.
It never is.
Great. I want to welcome everybody for tuning in tonight. It should be a very fun hour. Tamiel, Sabrina Gennarino is joining us. I want to welcome, like I said, we have all of our regulars. We have a lot of new time viewers coming in as well. And, before we get started, Sabrina, you are giving away a very unique, one-of-a-kind prize. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up a picture of that. And as I do that, why don't you just explain what this really is and what goes into making it?
Okay, so bottom line, I love to sew. It's also keeping me sane during these times where we're all kind of down and as in for the count, as in not much happening. So I started making masks for friends, and then they started telling my friends, and next thing you know, I have a business. So there's so many people out there who aren't wearing them, and I'm just like, what can I do? What can I do to get people to wear their masks and do the right thing and create some safety along the way.
Absolutely. It's a great idea.
Well, what a lot of people don't realize is they'll just be walking around, with bandanas on or just a flimsy sort of cotton one. And while that's definitely better than nothing, what you really need is this, what's called a non-woven interface. So it keeps all other people's, fucking shit away from you.
Yeah.
And yours in with you while still being completely breathable.
Yeah.
So kind of unique in that way. And they're 100% reversible. They're washable. They'll last an incredibly long time. I think I've washed mine, I don't even know, 150 times at this point, still going strong. They're adjustable because that was also making me insane. Like one thing.
Yeah.
So I couldn't have that either. So we really worked to figure out a way to customize it. So it's a 100% custom fit, custom mask. So we do it based off your face measurements. Wow. So I ask for your measurements and send you a picture of what we need to create your own very special mask, literally for you.
That is completely awesome, and you're doing such a great thing. And is this, I noticed that you have an account with a business called Biddle and Bee. Is that your company?
It is.
That's
That's mine and my daughter. She's
awesome.
Our nickname is Biddle from me. And I'm Bee because it's Bree or Breezy. My parents called me that.
That is.
We were like Biddle and Bee.
That is awesome, and that's such a great name. So, guys, here's how the contest is going to work. Okay, and I got to give credit to our team member Kat, who came up with this great little contest. Basically. Sabrina, we're going to play the game called 3 Truths and a Lie. Sabrina, later on in the show, is going to give us 4 statements. One of them is an absolute lie, never happened, completely fictional. The first person to chat in the right answer gets to win. And you get a free mask. It's going to be autographed by Sabrina. And it's as simple as that. And that's going to be coming up a little bit later on in the show. So please stick around because you don't want to miss your chance to win this amazing prize. And thank you so much for offering this prize, Sabrina. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and whoever doesn't win can. I only have. Oh, I should say that. Sorry. Literally, there's only 40 that I can make.
Okay.
So we did a previous version, actually, of some material I bought for a friend to make him a blanket. 8 years ago, before I was long even on the show, didn't know anything about it. I'm like, okay, fine. And then I never did. So I had all this material, and I was like, well, why don't I do that?
Well,
And they don't make that material anymore. And the same with this one. It's extremely limited. It was really hard to find.
and to me,
So you can make 40, and that's it. So if anybody wants them, go to Biddle and Bee and start messaging, because the last one sold out in 2 days.
wow. And to me, that makes it even more special. It makes it more unique. And
they're each a piece of art. You know, they're all custom, like I said, for you. Each one is cut individually. So they're all different. They're all going to be different. It's literally an individual piece. Functional art, we call it.
That's awesome. It's special. It's one of a kind. It's hand sewn. It doesn't get any more special than that. And you're autographing it, which just adds
paint.
It's the perfect topper.
I'm doing acrylic paint, so it shouldn't wash out. So you can wear them. Wear them.
Yes, please.
Don't stick them in a shadow box. Wear it.
Please wear it. Yes, even though it's going to be autographed, it'll survive the washing machine. You don't take it and frame it. There you go. There you go. That is so kick ass.
If you go to, again, Biddle and Bee, you'll see all the fabric. So all the variations that it could be. So this one I think has Rick on it. And then the inside you get to choose whatever you want. But this one is from our Goth collection.
That is so amazing.
And so they're completely toggled, so you can adjust it for you. And the nose piece is also adjustable. So when you want to flip it, you just flip it.
Wow.
And wear.
That is such a great idea. That is so awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I'm seeing the reactions coming in. A lot of love hearts. Everybody wants one. So Biddle and Bee, guys, do you have a website? I know you have an Instagram account. Do you have a website? I
do. And there has not been time for a website yet, because it literally just exploded a lot faster than I thought it would. So I have people on that.
Okay, great.
Can't do all of it.
So for right now, guys, just go to the Instagram account, Biddle and Bee, and there you will find it, okay? So, moving on. This Friday, August 14th, you and Pollyanna McIntosh, who plays Jadis, are hosting this 2-hour Walking Dead location virtual tour via Zoom. Tickets are now available, guys. And let me bring up the website really quick so you guys can see it. The website is thecampevents.com/virtual. I'm going to keep it up for a little bit while we talk about this. So it's this Friday, August 14th. That's where you guys can get tickets. It's going to be a 2-hour virtual tour. My first question that I couldn't find an answer to is, what time does it start?
Oh, yeah. Let me check that schedule.
Oh, okay, you can check, because I couldn't find out. I couldn't find on the website what time it starts.
I literally have to write everything down now, because I'm like, I don't know this.
It's all right.
They just tell me to show up.
It's okay. It's okay. We will
hang out.
We will.
Yeah, it's. I'm so excited for it. I can't even tell you. I think it starts at 4.
4.
I believe, so that might be 7
Eastern.
Your time?
Yes, Eastern. Okay, 7 p.m. Eastern. That sounds perfect. People should be.
I have it on mine at 4.
Okay.
Because I'm in LA right now.
Yes, and I do remember on the website, even though it didn't list an hour, not that I could see, it said all times were Eastern. So that's 7 p.m. Eastern, guys. Perfect after work, nice in the evening, not too late. So it's going to be a 2-hour virtual tour via Zoom, and then it's going to be of the Walking Dead location. So can you explain to us exactly what are the people who buy tickets, what are they going to get for those 2 hours? What are they going to see?
We're going to take everybody around actual Heapster filming locations.
The Junkyard.
So, and talk about all the things that may or may not have happened in those locations. And we're also doing an individual Q&A where we'll be interacting with everybody through Zoom. So we'll be able to see you, and you can talk to us and hear us and we can have virtual cocktails together. And that's basically it. We're going to just talk about our togetherness and the filming experience that we had and where we're going and all the places that we shot and what it all means. And I think you guys know, the films are coming up as well.
Exactly.
So it's going to be pretty interesting to hear Pollyanna's
take on that. Yes. Yes.
And we're pretty excited about everything. And of course, the two of us actually are really good friends. So
that was actually going to be one of my questions. From all the pictures that I've seen, the promo shots of you two, it looks like you two really became close friends.
Very much so. Yeah.
Okay.
She's a bestie for sure.
Okay, great. And I assume she lives over in the UK, correct?
Well, I'm not sure where she's hanging the hat. She just
travels back and forth.
There. Yeah, I mean, she's, as far as I know, between here, UK, probably Georgia still.
Wow. Wow.
I don't know. You can ask her though on the tour.
Okay. I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
So it sounds very exciting. Is there a limit as to how many people can get in on this?
Oh yes. And I think they're getting close. I don't know the limit. That's not my.
That's their planning part. I was just curious. It didn't list a limit, but there is slots still available.
There are, but I think you can only get something like 90 something, or less. I don't. Sorry guys.
No,
I don't know
okay.
That part.
It's okay. That's not a problem. That's not a problem. And then the Q&A is going to last how long for the 2 hours? How long will the Q&A be?
Again, not totally sure. Whenever we're sort of completed with the tour, depending on how much we talk in each location.
Okay.
I guess.
Okay.
But I mean, Polly and I are both. We love everybody, so I guess it'll be done when everybody's finished asking their questions. We like hanging in,
That's awesome. And everyone who buys a ticket, they're going to get a single autograph picture autographed by you and Pollyanna, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Awesome.
And I'm also going to do a winner from that also will get a autograph mask.
Oh, cool. Very nice.
So doing a cool drawing for that as well. I probably should mention that, but don't tell anybody, you guys.
Okay, yeah. Okay, we'll just keep it amongst the about 15, 20,000 of us. So how soon after, I assume you didn't meet Pollyanna till you got on the set. So how long did it take for you guys to actually bond offset and become, realize you guys are going to be, good friends?
Probably about 4 minutes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. The three of us just, I can't explain it. There's always, every set you work on, you always find one or two people, but it usually takes a minute, before you find out who your quote unquote people are on set.
Exactly.
But that set is not like that because everybody is your people.
Yeah. We all.
Right from day one.
Yeah, we've heard that from prior guests. You guys are all one big family. And just because your character leaves the show, once you're on the show, you are always a part of the Walking Dead family. So I think that is great. And I'm actually going to skip forward a couple of questions here since we're in the topic of the Walking Dead cast and family. We've all heard about the family dinners. Did they give the scavengers that got slaughtered by Simon any kind of family send-off with the other cast?
Oh, death dinner?
The what?
The death dinner?
Oh, yes, the death dinner. I was trying to call it something nice and call it a family dinner or the living memorial. But did you guys?
That's what it is. It's the death. Yes.
So they gave you all the scavengers who got slaughtered by Simon. You guys all got a big death dinner from the family.
Well, I don't know about the other guys, but Tom and I, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I mean, are those really cool to go to? Is everyone just get up and just say a few words and just celebrate your time on the show?
No, you just eat and, say I'll see you later, basically.
Okay. So
I don't know. It's funny. My first one, we had just started.
Mm-hmm.
and I guess I could talk about this because she's gone, but it was Saniqua's death dinner.
Okay. Oh, wow.
And I didn't even know what a death dinner was. So everybody's like, yeah, we're going to dinner. I'm like, okay, great. I'll see you there. And it was her death dinner.
Wow.
And it was just fantastic.
Oh,
it was everybody
imagine.
it was an introduction to how beautiful this cast and crew really is, and how much everybody actually really cares about each other. And I just felt so honored and so blessed and just so grateful to be a part of that, even for, the 2 seasons. It just, but in that very moment, it was like, this is amazing.
Hey, you lasted 2 seasons. That's a hell of a lot more than a lot of other people can say. So, yeah. So, every Walking Dead character that I've had on this show, I always ask him, so how did the role of Tamiel, how did you land the role? How did it come about?
Basically, I auditioned for a role that I'm almost positive my other bestie, Carrie Cahill, got.
Mm-hmm.
Cahill. Mm-hmm. Everybody says Cahill, but apparently the proper Irish pronunciation is Cahill. But I'm pretty sure my friend Carrie Cahill got that one. And just based on her character and remembering the sides.
Mm-hmm.
So I just got another shot to audition through the agent I had at the time, and I got it. And I didn't know what I got, so that was fun.
Oh, so you get a role, but you don't know what the role is. When did you find out that you were going to be playing Tamiel?
About 2 days before I had to leave to come shoot.
Wow.
So and it's all. I'm sure you guys have heard this like a billion times. It's all secret sides, and it was very confusing because the role I auditioned for was Breon,
mm-hmm.
and they had a character Jadis.
Yes.
In my sides, and none of them had Tamiel in those sides that I auditioned for.
Oh.
So when I got Tamiel, they were Breon's. Jadis's lines were Breon's.
Uh-huh.
So it was all, I was just like, what?
Yeah, it sounds very confusing.
What the fuck am I? What am I doing? I like to know lines before I step on set, so if I could just...
Yeah. Did you ever go to them and say, you know what? Can Tamiel get at least one coherent sentence in on the show instead of the 2 or 1 word answers? No,
we're not. That's not our characters.
That's not.
It's all,
yep.
No, and it's so funny. Pollyanna, myself, and Tom, we all actually have very different takes on why we speak that way. So it's really kind of cool. What makes it true for each of us is different.
So the writers never actually sat you guys down and explained to you, okay, the reason why you guys act this way is because... No, never happened.
Not me, anyway.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, that's very interesting to know. So let's get on to some of our fan questions, okay? So our first fan question is from Kimmy on Instagram. And
Hi, Kim.
And Kimmy wants to know is, did you watch your body dummy get ground up in the grinder? Was it CGI or a prop? And did they actually really grind something to make the bloody mess they made?
CGI, but we still had to do all the falling and all the motions and all the jerking, or all of the physicality.
Uh-huh.
And then the coolest shit ever, we had to go to this virtual studio essentially, and your whole body gets scanned.
Wow.
In a whole different, like, you're making all the faces and all this kind of stuff. So all of that gets scanned, and then that gets implemented.
Wow.
So matching up whatever your physicality was that you did on the day.
That is awesome.
It was amazing, and it really was a working grinder. Obviously not when we were...
No. So you were a walker for that short, few seconds. Did you have to go to Greg Nicotero's walker school on how to behave, or any of that?
No, but they're very, which I love, it plays, this is why the show feels so authentic, is those attention to the details.
Yeah.
Every minute leaf, seriously. So I worked with Monty, our stunt coordinator, and just about how it all has to happen.
Yeah.
And it's just really cool.
It is, and I'll tell you what, seeing you as a zombie, a walker, you were pretty damn scary. How much of that was actual makeup, though? I mean, a lot of it was makeup, I assume. That you sat in the makeup chair to get the contact lenses in and all that other good stuff.
Yeah, basically what they did with me was I just woke up and they put in the contact lenses and then I did it.
Okay.
That's me in the morning. No, no. Over the
head. No, I got you. No,
no, it was hours.
It was the gist is, like, I know you just said a lot of it was CGI, but how much of it was actually spent with, like, old school type makeup?
Hours.
Okay. Just for like what, a 2 or 3 second shot? Yeah,
basically. And well, I mean, you're doing it for 2 days because everything has to be done right. So, and a bunch of stuff was cut too, obviously.
Yeah.
But for time as usual. But so you're shooting that way for like 2 days. So.
Wow.
And that's what I just said though. It's amazing to me that this many seasons in, nobody is fucking around at all.
No.
Everybody still so focused on those details, which is why the show is as brilliant and strong and amazing as it continues to be. There's no, we've been doing this a while, everybody will be fine with it. Hell no, it is. It's beautiful. It's so creative and gorgeous and powerful.
We believe it, and you're not the first one to say that. Everyone we've had here says the exact same thing, and especially when it comes to the episodes that Greg directs, he's even more focused on the details than some of the other directors. All right, our next question is just been chatted in now from Brian on YouTube. How big was the Junkyard group? Where did they all sleep? Did they all sleep amongst the garbage? I know this is not anything we saw, but did they explain any of that to you?
Well, not that it was explained. I think we can all, work a lot of that out for ourselves. But the set itself is monstrous, which that's the virtual tour. So if anybody, it was built. It is huge. We were so shocked. The first time we're introduced and we're up on the top of the heaps, we literally had to be harnessed and roped and strapped in because it was so high.
Wow.
It is, I can't even explain how big that set is. But I think when we were first introduced, they did this like overhead shot of all of us circling.
Mm-hmm.
If you just kind of look at that for a second and go by scale, that'll give you some indication of here's a person and here's what everything else looked like.
Wow.
I think you'll get an idea of how big that set really was.
I've had fans send me in who've actually been to the actual in-person tours, send me pictures. And it is, from what I could see in the pictures, it's a very elaborate set design. So,
Yeah, they did a beautiful job with that.
And that's going to stay up there because it's such a popular attraction.
Yeah, that was so funny, the call, from Scott.
Mm-hmm.
That was like one of my first questions. I'm like, well, because he said, we just have a lot of plans for what's happening and you guys are really this, which we can see, obviously. I'm not revealing anything. He said, obviously you guys are this, you create the turning point for a lot of people, this incident, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so one of my first questions, though, was, what about my set? What's going to happen? It's like, I don't even want to know how expensive that. My producer brain immediately was like, oh, my God. How much are we going to get our money out of that? And, so that was, that's funny you should say that because I just love that set so much. And so much of the crew's like favorite set, hands down.
That is so cool to know. You see, that's what I love, learning these little tidbits that we just don't get anywhere else. Now, this next question is from Kat on YouTube. It's a great question. It's kind of long, so you got to stick with me here, okay? It's a great.
Yeah, well, let me finish answering the other one. Jadis, as you watch right before she leaves, we have sleeping quarters. They're in those. We can all deduce from our imagination. We all have those.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was in one of the tanks.
Yeah. Find the most comfortable sacks of garbage, stack them up, put a nice little thrown away bed sheet over it, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
All right. So this next question is from Kat on YouTube, and Kat asks, how much Tamiel meant to Jadis, and we have seen that Jadis does have a conscience. If Tamiel were to return as a spiritual vision or some form of flashback to Jadis in the Rick Grimes movies and in the tradition of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, at which point in Jadis's life would Tamiel take her as part of her road to redemption for all her betrayals? Did you get that?
Yeah, great question. I love the thought behind all of that. That's beautiful.
Yes, Kat, yes.
So, a couple of things, though. Yes, we have I think we both, again, have an individual, although I think it aligns with our relationship and why we're so important to each other.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that there would be anywhere to take her, because it wasn't a betrayal. It was, we are just about surviving.
Mm-hmm.
So the intention, I think this is where people get a little, mad and angry and hate us and all this kind of stuff. There actually wasn't any betrayal, guys. It's literally, we just, do what's best for ourselves. And that was simply the better deal.
The deal you got from Negan.
Yep. Whatever the better deal was, is that I apparently negotiated. Sorry. Tamiel negotiated the better deal. And it's literally just that. Like, Jadis even says it. Just, we don't want anything to do with it. Just, we need things. We want things.
Exactly. And we don't want any part of any kind of your conflict or any of that.
Nothing. It's just the better deal for our people.
Okay. And Kat...
So if you think about it, it's really kind of heroic.
It is. And in the world that they all live in, it makes absolute sense. Kat had a little second part to her question, is whatever the vision of Tamiel would lead Jadis, would it lead to Jadis helping Rick or joining with the CRM, which we know has Rick? Would it lead to her befriending Rick and finally?
Well, I think you guys can deduce that too. She saved him, so several times.
Yeah, but according to what you just said, she saved him. But if she still has that mentality when she was still a scavenger, she saved him to give something to the CRM so she can save her own ass.
Well, there's no ass to save, really. She's in it with everybody right now, right?
Yeah.
And she let go of all of that to move forward. She had to. We're gone.
Yeah.
She has no choice but to. She has no more allies in that sense.
Yeah.
So to protect.
And she felt like she just didn't belong, with them. They always, she explained it very well. She didn't belong in Alexandria or Hilltop or anywhere. Her group was gone, and she was just lost.
Yeah.
So, it makes total sense that she just fled and went over to the CRM. So let me bring up a video question. This is a non-Walking Dead video question, and this is from our executive producer, Marko. So let me go ahead and play that for you.
Sabrina, my beauty. Good evening. My name is Marko Vizaniaris. I'm the executive producer of Dead Talk Live. I just want to thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts for being our guest this evening. We've been looking forward to having you for a while now. I'm going to ask you a question like I normally do. Tom Cruise. Tell us how it was working with Tom Cruise. Anyway, enjoy the hour. Have fun. I know we will. And stay walking.
Oh, awesome.
Tom Cruise and Jack Reacher. So did you get any kind of interaction with Tom?
Yeah, it's upsetting when your shit gets cut. It was we had some 2 or 3 really amazing scenes, and it was reduced to my ass leaning over a counter.
Yeah.
But apparently it looked all right. So how mad can I be? But he is probably one of the most incredible people I've worked with.
We hear that a lot. I heard that he takes extra time to get to know everybody on the set. He goes out of his way to introduce himself from the crew to the extras to everybody.
Yeah, he's he was incredibly kind. He was incredibly professional. He was conscious, attentive. I wish they would have released them at least on the DVD, because we had a really good time. And I didn't work with his stand-in or a stunt double. We were toe to toe, eye to eye, the whole day or 2 days. I think I shot on that. No big deal.
Yeah.
But
I want to see those scenes.
Ed Zwick is the man too, though. He directed.
Yeah.
And wow, what an amazing human he is too.
That is so cool. I want to see those deleted scenes. Anyway.
Me too.
Let's move on to our next question. This is from AZ Gamer on YouTube. AZ Gamer YT from Instagram. Question is, would you have preferred to have a different death on the show than the one that you were given at the hands of Simon, the psychopath? Would you have liked to seen Tamiel go out a different way?
Yes and no. So yes, I feel, given who they were, and she was set up as this badass, this badass group, I would have liked to have seen at least some sort of a fight. And then he guns everybody down. I love actually the death, and it's never been done before, the grinder stuff. So I feel like it was iconic. So I feel really grateful and blessed for that. And I think I would have liked there to have been some sort of a fight, a confrontation, instead of just here's our weapons. But they really did think everything was fine. But truly, after he shoots Breon, I feel like I would have tried to take the fucker out. I wouldn't just sit there waiting to see.
Yeah, and I remember we just saw the scene just before we came here live. That look on your face, as you knew when he pointed the gun at you that your time was up, was just of pure horror. And Simon was a dick. I love Stephen Hogg. He's a great actor, and
he's a great guy.
Exactly, and that's why I tell all our viewers, if you really hate a character, that means the actor did an amazing job at playing them.
That's what I would say all the time. When I get the things that people are like, I'm like, thank you so much.
It's a compliment, because
they're trying to insult you and be cruel, and you're just like, dude, that's awesome. I did my job. Thank you.
Exactly.
But I wouldn't have changed it, in all honesty, because not every death on the show turns into all of the things that happened because of it.
Exactly.
Simon was killed because of it. All sorts of things happened because of it.
Exactly. It makes it more realistic.
Yeah, a whole chain of events occurred because of our deaths. So, and that isn't always the case for people. So I'm really blessed.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I am.
Now, you mentioned earlier about your producing, okay? You've done writing and you've done producing, and of course you're an actor. As your career progresses, is there any one of those 3 that you'd want to focus more on than another? Are you happy just going on acting, or do you want to focus more on the writing part, maybe do some more producing? As far as the future goes, which area would you like to focus more on?
That's like saying, who's your favorite kid?
You love all 3.
Yeah,
I get you. So, I've got 3 of them, so I totally get it. Yeah, I've got 3 kids.
Which one's your favorite? Which one do you love more?
Can't answer that.
That's like, exactly.
Yeah.
There's no way to answer that. They all feed a different part of your soul, and I love every single one of them.
So there's not one that you wouldn't, I know you're going to bring back the kid reference again, but that, hey, if this doesn't work out, I'm okay with it. Whether it's the producing or the writing, you want to go for all three and just keep doing them all.
Yes.
Awesome. Perfect.
Yes. Yep. Totally.
Before we continue with the Walking Dead questions, I do want to touch on the Purge. Okay? You were in the Purge TV show. It was, overall pretty well received by the fans. Why do you think it only lasted 2 seasons?
It's funny.
What?
I just found out that it was canceled.
Really?
Because I guess there was some a writer who's great and has interviewed me a couple times. He said, "Hey, I wanted to send this to you," because I guess he interviewed the producers of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And talked specifically about the matron saints and saying, he said something along the lines of all the reactions about the matron saints. And it was at a time when the Brett Kavanaugh stuff was happening and a whole lot of female empowerment stuff started happening. And I don't know, he said, one of his interview questions, I think, to me was, I don't think they were prepared for how powerful the matron saints were going to be. And I thought, well, that's cool, So I guess he interviewed them and asked specifically about the matron saints because everybody kept talking about, I want to be a matron saint. How do I sign up? Blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, actually, we really wanted to bring them back in season 2. It just didn't work storyline. But season 3, we're talking about that. And so, yeah, I just found out that it got canceled.
Wow. Yeah. It got canceled. 2019 was the last season.
Yeah. Oftentimes actors, it's best not to hold on to anything.
Just move on to the next thing.
Just keep going.
Yeah. Clean break. Okay. Let's do another video question. This is from Summer on YouTube.
Cool.
Let me bring this. Hold on. I have to take that.
Sabrina, my beauty.
Hey, Sabrina. My question for you is, Jada's community is such a mystery to me. And so I wonder, in your opinion, what is the process to be a part of her community? Thank you.
So basically, if you didn't hear that, Jada's is her community, such a mystery. Is there an initiation process that she would put people if they wanted to join the Scavengers?
What a great question. What a really good question.
It is.
I suppose there would be.
It just makes you wonder. I mean, I know we're never told this, and as you just explained earlier, they don't tell you the background either. But it really makes you wonder what made Jadis be the character, the talking. Where did that come from? The way of talking, and that haircut. Oh my God, I love Pollyanna, but that hair, it was a wig, right? No, she cut her hair like that. Okay. I thought it was a wig. Okay.
No, her hair was that way. And actually she talks about that on her Instagram. It was cut that way for a film she had just finished shooting. She was playing a character called Trigger.
So they just worked it into The Walking Dead.
It just worked really well for, I think she was still shooting that film actually when she auditioned. And I remember her saying something like, in her tape, she's like, I'm really sorry about the hair. It's, I'm working on a show right now where I've got to have this hair so I can change it or whatever, I can just, she would say something like that. And it just was bam fucking perfect. So artists, they're artists. And as I was saying earlier, all 3 of us have a different take on why we speak that way.
Okay. That's definitely fair enough. All right. Next question is from Renee on Twitter. Again, non-Walking Dead question. The question is, does Izzy want to do more acting, and is RuPaul as nice as he seems? Now, Izzy is your daughter.
Yes.
Correct? Okay. So does Izzy want to do more acting, and is RuPaul as nice as he seems?
My daughter is every parent says this, but she's a superstar. Literally, I'm so inspired by her every day. and her work ethic. And, you know, I'd like to think she gets it from me, but just from the gate, the kid's just been, this is what I'm doing, you know? So yeah, she's actually, when this is all over, there's a bunch of stuff lined up, which is great.
That's awesome.
For both, which is fun. We'll have to figure out how we're doing it, but we will. And Rue is, I don't know how to explain the perfect being.
He's just really just that nice.
Yeah, we talk probably once, twice a week. He checks in. They talk all the time. They love each other. He's just, he's who I want to be when I grow up. You know?
So, and this is a show called AJ and the Queen, and
Yes.
it's on Netflix, correct?
Yes.
Yes, it is on Netflix, guys, if you want to check it out. It's called...
Izzy is AJ and Rue is the queen.
Yeah.
Oddly.
Yeah. Izzy, her Sabrina's daughter, is AJ, and the show is called AJ and the Queen. So please feel free to check that out.
Until you want a second season. They canceled it after one season.
Okay. Well,
But it's brilliant to watch. And if you search, you could, I guess, find closure, but we need more.
yeah. Okay. Well, I haven't watched it, but I'm definitely going to watch that as well.
Yeah, it's a brilliant show.
I've been a big fan of RuPaul for a long time now. I think he's just fabulous. I think when he started out as a singer, you know, and the song, it's just ever since then I followed his career all the way up until now. So Val Guerreri on Instagram.
He's truly he's just pure love and kindness and conscious, and you know, like I said, they check in all the time. They just really love each other. We love each other. And it's a testament to who he is, because a lot of times the show's over, people don't talk to each other anymore.
Yeah, everybody goes their own way.
Not because they don't want to, it's just life starts happening, but the effort he makes for everybody in his life is just beautiful.
That's awesome.
Beautiful.
That's awesome. That really is inspiring right there. Just to hear that a person is just that great. Not only
that is a title you can meet and not be worried about.
Okay, now moving on to the next question from Val Guerrero on Instagram.
Hey, Val.
Val wants to know, what was the most difficult scene for you to film on The Walking Dead, and why?
The last one, because we were all crying, knowing it was ending. So, and actually, that was funny about the flashbacks. We thought they had checked my avail because they were, I guess, going to be doing some of that.
Mm-hmm.
And it just never panned out or whatever. But that last one was
Emotional.
I mean, they're all hard because it's Georgia. It's 100 degrees. It's 100 million% humidity. I'm in 6 layers, including like a parka thing,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So it's all really challenging to shoot there. So, you know, keep that in mind, guys. Literally, those are what the actors are doing, and they're in it. You know, they're just focused. It's beautiful. But that last one was gut wrenching. She started actually crying, you know, like when I was walking up, and I'm like, you asshole, now this is all going to have to get done again. Because now I'm crying.
It's hard. It's hard. So I'm sorry. We have a lot of different chats coming in from the viewers. I'm just going to read them off. Bree Nicole on Facebook. What do you think of, well, I guess the question should be, what do you think Tamiel thought of Rick Grimes and his group? How do you think the Scavengers interpreted their way of living?
Probably benign, you know, just they're living in a fake world, pretending everything is okay, and it's not. You know, we're in it. This is life now. It can still be beautiful and creative, and this is our space of what people would call garbage. We call art.
Exactly.
We were living in a very real environment of what was happening in the world, and here are people trying to get back to their Twitter.
Exactly.
You know, and trying to recreate the rat race. Why would you do that?
And you know what? What you just said is exactly. Do you still follow the show?
I haven't seen the last season.
Okay.
It's been crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, I have my Netflix list. It's like it's
Well, Alpha, who's played by Samantha Morton, is the newest antagonist. What you just described, how the scavengers thought of Rick's group, Alexandria, and so on. That's exactly what her mentality is. The world belongs to the dead, and you guys are living in a fantasy land, which is almost exactly what you just relayed to what the scavengers probably thought of the Alexandrians and the hilltops and the kingdom and so on. Brian on YouTube, Sabrina, why do you and Jadis have Rick in his underwear when he stripped him down?
That's a great question for Jadis, but for Pollyanna, virtual tour guides, you can ask her all this in person too. Again, we'll each have our own interpretation, but for me, it's about humiliation.
Just trying to knock him down a peg.
Yeah, who the fuck are you? You come up in here and we're not. What?
Coming in here, making all your demands, and just expecting us to join you, like. We're fine.
Do we look stupid?
Oh man, I looked through your entire resume on IMDb, and this is just a side. This is not even a question. It's about Criminal Minds, and Criminal Minds was on for 15 years. I've seen each and every episode. Okay, but there's not a single person that I have yet to interview who has not appeared on Criminal Minds. At some point or another. I mean, after 15 years, and every show is a different show, and you got to cast a whole bunch of new people for that storyline for that episode. It's no wonder. Like I said, it's not a question. I had to mention it to someone. It's just funny. I'm almost guaranteed when I do my research for an interview, I'm gonna see Criminal Minds on that list. and there was for
usually
you.
If you're a New Yorker, Law and Order is on that. I started in New York, and just never happened. They kept bringing me in and bringing me in and bringing me in and bringing me in. And finally, I was just like, "Hey, Dick, am I getting this one?"
If not, let me move on.
But it was great. I mean, any actors out there, when that keeps happening. What I didn't recognize at the time, they love you and they're trying to find something for you.
Yes.
If they keep bringing you in, it's because you're good at your job. So be happy. Don't get down if you don't get it. They're trying to find you something.
It makes total sense. All right. Next question from Balas on Instagram. Wants to ask, and as far as what you can tell us, which according to this question is probably not going to be much, but what was Jadis referring to when she used the term A and B in referring to Gabriel and Rick? Balas also goes on to say that the letter A was written in the entry container in the garbage dump in which Rick and Negan were trapped. I know, even if you do know, you're probably not allowed to say much about it. So let me answer what we've discussed on the show, and you can not say anything, but you can either nod, yay or nay if you want to. But we have discussed this poker face. Let's see how good you are at poker. So we've discussed this, and what we've all deduced as a group is that A and B refers to a person's physical ability or physical well-being. Just according to... Oh, you're good. You're good. Okay. All right. Gotcha. Moving on. You're good. Okay. I was trying to get a little bit of a slip up, but no, did not happen, guys. You can't blame me. I tried. It just did not happen. So
yeah, they haven't taken out the shocking thing that they put in when you get hired on the show.
Yeah. They can just buzz you at any time.
It doesn't feel good. I don't like it.
Well, can you at least... This has been confirmed Pollyanna is going to be in the Rick. I mean, I'm almost 100% sure, but she is going to be in the Rick Grimes movie.
As far as I know, that's news out there. So as far as I know, yes.
Yes. Okay. Good. Because they've released a whole other names, but I always, when I read a news article, you know, the internet, I want to make sure it's from a confirmed source and not just somebody spewing rumors out there.
I mean, as far as I know, that was out in Hollywood Reporter and Deadline and Variety. That was all in the trades.
Okay.
So I know as much as you do on that.
Cool. All right. Yeah. Contest time. All right. So, guys, let me repeat the contest. Sabrina is going to make 4 statements. One of them is an absolute lie. It's not true. Chat in your answer. You guys cannot call in because of we can't accept phone calls while we have a video guest. But we have a team moderating all the chats. And, you know, they're all working together and communicating. So 4 statements. One of them is a lie. The person who comes up and nails which one is a lie is the winner. So it's all yours, Sabrina.
All right, let's see. I have to pee at least 50 times a day while I'm working.
Okay.
I was a walker after I was killed on the show.
Okay, that's 2.
I am a vegan.
Okay.
Let's think what else. Oh, I'm actually really pretty easy to work with and don't need much.
Okay. There you go, guys. Those are the 4 statements. So the first one that can nail which one was a lie in there, Aiden says, don't respond to these. Aiden says that being a vegan is a lie. So Bad Boy says first statement. Anyway, a lot of guesses are coming in. We'll let them sort that out, and the moderators will let me know who actually won. But just moving on, what has been your favorite role to play in your career?
Oh, God, I think that's...
Well, maybe not favorite, maybe most memorable.
Well, this, absolutely. I would have to say this one. It's, one that I started a hashtag when I very first was on the show, our fans are better than yours. Because it's
true.
Beautiful. It truly is a family.
Yeah.
So being a part of that is probably another experience that won't be duplicated unless I, can land a gig in the Marvel universe or something. Or DC, something on Wonder Woman would be nice.
I could see you as an Avenger.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
Me too.
Totally.
Me too. Guardians, anyone?
Yeah, put you and Denai up together.
Oh, God, I love her. So, I mean, hands down, this one, this is an experience that not many people get to have. And it's forever etched in my mind to be, I literally said to Scott on the death call, I said, thank you for making me a part of history.
That you are. You are.
Being a part of this show is historic, and I can't even believe I'm a part of it.
And I've mentioned before to our viewers how rare is it for a show to be in its 10th season. It got its normal little decline in viewership, but in this prior year, it was rated the #1 cable drama. And after 10 seasons, that's just amazing. And we have a winner. I want to congratulate Stenning Siegel from Instagram is our winner. So Stenning, after the show, please message me and I will make sure that you and Sabrina get all hooked up so she can get all your information. And you have won a hell of a prize, Stenning. And I envy you, actually. You're getting that custom-made, autographed COVID mask from Sabrina, and congratulations. You guys are
Congrats, man. Woohoo!
you guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. And just so everybody knows, let us know which one was the lie.
What?
Which statement was the lie out of the 4 that you made?
That I was a walker. Yeah, that I was a walker. I was not. I am a vegan. I always have to be. And because I drink tons of water when I'm working,
No-
yeah, and I really am so cool.
That's
so
cool.
I think
I actually,
I-
I knew the vegan part. I've seen prior interviews with you, so I knew that was not a lie. So I definitely knew the vegan part, So that is so awesome. Anyway, Sabrina, I want to remind before we go, I want to bring up the website again because this tour just sounds absolutely amazing. And guys, here's the website, okay? It's the campevents.com/virtual. As you heard Sabrina say, there's only limited availability left. It's going to happen Friday, August 14th, 7 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. Now, do you know if this is only restricted to U.S. residents or is it worldwide?
Great question. I would think as long as they can get in on Zoom
It's worldwide.
at the time, I can't imagine it wouldn't be. But also, if I could talk about 2 more things really quick.
Absolutely. You've got the floor.
Another thing that Pollyanna is doing, and I'm sure she'll talk about this on the tour, is she started this amazing thing called Give to Give, basically, where all of us from the Walking Dead family agree that we will have video chats with winners.
Wow.
So you get a half-hour call with whoever you win, and she donates. Last time we did Doctors Without Borders, and this time is the Loveland Foundation, which focuses on the growth, safety, and awareness for African American girls.
Oh, that's great.
Obviously, we need their voices now more than ever.
Absolutely.
So it's paramount. So it's only $5, guys, for a chance to enter. If you go to Pollyanna's page on Instagram, she'll guide you from there to give to get. I think I always mess it up because there's numbers in there. Sorry, Polly. And whoever wins me will also be getting a autographed custom Walking Dead mask.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So go. It's only $5 to get your name in the kitty. I think Norman, Jeffrey, everybody, Coop, Seth, Kari, everybody, whoever you want, I think now is doing it. It's a powerful, powerful thing. And then hopefully if you guys go follow the camp events, we are going to try for an actual real live con in October in Sonoya.
This October or 2021?
We're going to try for this October.
Wow.
Safety measures in place, the whole kit and caboodle. So we're giving it a go. So go follow the camp events as well on Instagram and follow along. We're gonna give it a shot.
That's awesome.
Coop is going, Pollyanna, a bunch of us as of now.
Yeah.
But we're really excited to hopefully. And I'm, by the way, a total Corona geek. I have pretty much not left my house other than when I have to work or go to the grocery store.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
And everything's been on hold for my industry. So we are quarantined since I would say the end of January.
Oh, before we go, you brought up Seth. And there was a question that was written down. Why did you kidnap Gabriel?
Why did I kidnap him?
Yeah, Gabriel from the show. Why did Tamiel kidnap Gabriel?
I can use him to trade. In my mind, they never actually told me. But once I found out they took all our shit after I was out there for days.
Well, that was not yours. You were just waiting for somebody to get it for you, and then you could go steal it.
I staked it out though for days. I was out there. Okay.
Yeah, but you didn't have the balls enough to go up on that island and get it.
All that shit. So I'm taking him, and you're gonna get him back when I get all the shit that I've been sitting out there for fucking days. That's my. on it.
Okay.
After.
All right. Did you and Seth rehearse the whole scene over and over again where he had the knife to your throat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
He's so cute. He was so worried. Even though they showed him all the things, he's just another conscious, beautiful human that he was just like, okay. He just, was so aware and didn't want to hurt me. It was like beautiful. I was like, man, thanks.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You did steal it. Anyway, guys.
What we do, I don't like scavengers. I like heapsters, by the way, because everybody's a scavenger.
I don't like I like what Negan called you guys, the garbage people.
Yeah, that too.
I like garbage people. Scavengers is what the media has branded you guys, and I don't
get it. Everybody's a scavenger right now.
Exactly.
Everybody goes out
exactly
and scavenge.
I like what Negan called you, the garbage people.
The garbage people, and I like heapsters because we're like cool.
I never heard of that one. I've never heard of that one till today. Anyway, thank you so much, Sabrina. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight.
Thanks, everybody.
This has been an amazing hour. Again, thank you, Sabrina. Thank you to all our viewers. Thank you to my team for all the hard work you guys did tonight. And until tomorrow night, guys, always stay walking.